theme of India's G20 presidency is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one earth, one family, one future. It is drawn from the ancient Sanskrit text of the Maha Upanishad. The theme affirms the value of all life, humans, animals, plant, and microorganisms, and their interconnectedness on earth. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or all world is our family, is an important message in Sanatan Dharma. Cooperation at all the international level is important since most of the issues that these questions of sustainability deal with are on the global scale. Developing multi-stakeholder partnership to share knowledge, expertise, technology, and financial support is seen as very important to the overall success of these rules of sustainability. These rules of sustainability build on the traditional dharmic elements of holistic development of the individual and society and adapt to our times and problems. We have taken widespread actions to address climate change and its impacts. Ambition and implementation must be accelerated rapidly. A global stocktake report was published this week. This global stocktake report provides clear direction on how we can meet the expectations of the Paris Agreement by taking decisive action in this critical decade. To overcome the state of inaction which we all are in, we need an ambitious action agenda centered around fast-tracking a just and well-managed energy transition that leaves no one behind, fixing climate finance, focusing on people's lives and livelihoods, and underpinning everything with full inclusivity. Hi, my name is Dr. Shruti Sharma, and today we will look at our past to move forward, to find the solutions to practice sustainability. Dharma is sustainable living. Dharma guides living in a manner that sustains the whole, because we only sustain when the whole sustains. In Mahabharata, Yudhishthir replies to Yama, disguised as Yaksha, stating, Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Dharma protects those who uphold or protect it and destroys otherwise. The Sanskrit root for dharma is dri, meaning to hold, to maintain, or to preserve. The Vedic concept is that dharma is the cosmic law that created order from chaos to form our universe. For every group to function well, each member must perform the duties for the group to sustain, be it family, organization, friend circle, or ecosystem. To earn our rights, we must fulfill our responsibility. For example, markets topple when prices rise continuously. Social systems break when a group exploits another beyond limits. Limitless exploitation of natural systems disturbs their equilibrium, leading to unstable conditions. Systems go out of control when dharma is violated and are typically restored by triggering some destruction mechanism for self-correction. For example, disturbed markets require the government to intervene with subsidies. Dharma thus maintains sustainable systems by protecting those who uphold it and destroying those who don't. Dharma is that which upholds the order of the cosmos, of the society, that which upholds the multiplicity of realities, that which safeguards the reflexive tendencies of every element in the universe coming from either self-interactions or interaction with other elements. The dharmic traditions, when applied to society, give us a holistic picture of ways of conduct and ordering. One of the most important aspects of the order and truth of nature and society is the idea of sustainability. That which is sustainable is best for existence and the order of the universe. Let us see how the dharmic tradition naturally gives rise to the sustainable development goals from within its corpus of ideas, texts, and beliefs. Dharma looks closely at the sustenance and welfare of individuals with a focus on sustainability. Let us look closely at some of these ideas. One of the most important is man-nature relationship. In the Maitrayani Samhita, the earth has been described as Devajayini and Aushadham Moolam, the source of all kinds of medicinal plants. So, in ancient texts of the Dharmic traditions, sages suggested punishment for him who cuts down such valuable trees. Yagnas were often conducted in the Vedic age for purification of the environment. The Dharmic way is inherently an ecologically conscious way. Therefore, Dharma highlights the need for responsible production and usage of energy, preferably renewable energy, since it maintains the equilibrium of nature, promotes conservation practices, inherently safeguards against climate change, and calls for the safekeeping or biodiversity. Now, Dharma focuses on sustainable energy. It talks of our debt to our environment and our planet. And intimately tied into this is the need to ensure access to affordable, reliable, and sustainable energy for all. Nowadays, we call energy trilemma. A massive move to renewable energy is required in contemporary times, given realities of climate change and global warming. Be it solar, hydro, or nuclear energy, the pressures on nature from using fossil fuels must be reduced. More effort should be made to come up with novel technology and methods to do so. Dharma focuses on climate change. It calls for ensuring that action is taken to combat climate change. In Dharmic traditions, we are said to have a debt to our surrounding environment and to nature, since they play an important role in our evolution as individuals. Corporates and governments alike must be encouraged to adopt practices that can reduce the climate change crisis. Every industry or government should have a strategy cell that can analyze which production techniques and patterns can lead to lesser harm to the environment. And this study can be used actively by all industrial and commercial projects. A point to note here is that since every region and industry will have idiosyncratic characteristics, the independence of these cells means that the solutions given will be customized to the industry and region as is expected and needed. The Dharma talks about conservation practices. It ensures that conservation and sustainable use of the oceans, seas, marine resources for sustainable development. In the Dharmic tradition, such bodies are elevated to the status of gods for the simple reason that their sustenance and welfare is an absolute must for the mankind to thrive. Dharma talks about terrestrial ecosystems, forest, and biodiversity too. It ensures the protection, restoration, and promotion of sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainable management of forest, combating of desertification, and halting and reversal of land degradation, halting of biodiversity loss. The seers of the Rig Veda speak on behalf of earth for its principle of replenishment. You give me and I give you back. They look at every entity of nature with the eyes of a friend and sympathizer when they say, Mitra Sayaham Chakshusha Sarvani Bhutani Samikshashe. In contemporary times, we must define targets for preserving biodiversity of forest, desert, and mountain ecosystems as a percentage of total landmass. One of the key ideas of Sanatana Dharma is that of consciousness, the idea of reflexive tendencies, of the correlation between evolution and adaptation based on the need of the hour, if need be. This element of Dharma is encapsulated in the way in which some of these universal rules of Dharma must evolve with time, as must the rules and laws of any potent and yet sensitive body of theology, politics, or philosophy. In today's age, this can only be realized by international bodies such as the United Nations, G20, which can analyze the realities of the world and decide on short and long-term strategy to tackle these. The important point here is to safekeep the Dharmic tradition of duality, where even though there is a guideline for what to do and possibly how to do it, there must be space and freedom to devise and customize solutions to local problems and factors. This tendency of local adaptation, after all, is the basis of evolution in nature itself. Since the scope of these revisions is so wide that the only thing to always remember is the fundamental definition of dharma. Besides the ethos or sanskar that evolve over time, the underlying aspect of dharma that relate to sustainable development universally is of importance and is what makes the dharmic tradition not only a philosophical construct but a social and cultural one too. Dharma must be internalized and appreciated and evolved responsibly if need be and help in attaining true happiness. Thank you.